On the last episode of Make It Cozy, we butchered a chicken, a whole chicken. So now let's put it to good use. Clunk. All right, this is what I saved. The wishbone for childlike purposes and wonder. The tailbone, or the tail, not the tailbone, but the tail, because it's, aside from the oyster, I think the second most delicious part of the bird. And then the thigh. So I deboned this thigh and I kind of cleaned up a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to a super yummy dish. Now, before we get into this, if you haven't seen my my noodle knife video, I'm gonna go ahead and skip past me making the noodles. So if you wanna know how to do that, you can check out my noodle knife video. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. Lots of knives, homemade knives, that's what's up. So we'll see you in just a second. Instead of doing what I did in the noodle knife video, I will show you that I just used a fourth. All right, so this is just 100 grams of flour. And to that, we're gonna add quarter of a tablespoon, which is about 3.75 grams. So we'll just dump that in there. And to this, we'll add 50 mils. Always use your beakers. Cooking is chemistry. All right, so now through the movie magic, we're gonna skip over to the next part. All right, we're fixing to get ready with our Torigara, or Torigara. So what I had read online is that you boil the chicken for about 40 seconds, and then after you do that, you bring it out, you let it rest, and then you start your broth. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, it's been 40 seconds. So let's take out the wishbone just because, and I got a brand new plate. It's not like a sticky, gooey chicken, raw chicken plate, so that's what's up. And ooh. Take it easy, big fella. Get my steamy chicken. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump this. Noodles, baby. Blurry noodles. So they've been sitting, they've been chilling, that's what's up. All right, we're gonna crank this up. All right, for the next section, we're going in with 600 mils of the finest H2O. Don't go with that tap stuff, I'm talking filtered, baby. All right, then we're going in with 100 mils of sake, clunk, followed by 50 mils of light soy sauce, clunk, and to the mix, we've got kombu. This is about 6 grams. I'm just gonna cut it in half with my brute strength. And then we've got some random mushrooms from the community. I found it from an old never mind. I was gonna say I found it from an old hippie, but to the mix, I am not going to add my bonita flakes because if I had the Booyah big fleshy one like this, I could just pitch it afterwards. So I've got about 8 grams. Well, look at that. It's like you're freaking out. Speaking of hippies. Whoa, look at that. You're like freaking out. You're freaking out with the katsuobushi, just like my cat. She freaks out whenever I give her katsuobushi, which I don't think this is real katsuobushi. This is just like bonita flakes. I think there's some sort of legal reason. I'm not going to get into the semantics about that. But to this, I'm going to add my rando chicken, the thigh that I jacked up earlier, and of course my tail, because we all know. Ooh, that wouldn't age very well, huh? Shake your tail feather? Doesn't that have Diddy in it? Oof. It's probably shaked up like a lubed up tail feather or something. And of course, I'm just going with store-bought sake. It comes in you might have seen this in the background. It's like a big old black jug. And I would never imbibe on camera, so, you know, they always say to taste while you cook. So that's what I'm gonna do, baby. All right, so we're gonna let this go, and I'm gonna let this simmer for 20 minutes. And I'm gonna flip the chicken onto its skin side at about the 10-minute mark. So that's what's up. All right, this guy's been flipped. There's only a few minutes left. So what I wanna do is get my noodles handy. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop these in the bin. This way, when the timer goes off for this guy, I should be ready for This guy. All right, I got the stuff fished out and I drained off the noodles, and I also got the bonito flakes in. So while that's just going along, let this sit with the fire off, and we can chop this chicken. Oh yeah. It's very juicy. And then this guy, that's for me. All right, let's go ahead and plate this up. So, let's go in. Some scallions. What do you think about that? Oh man. Oh, that is tasty. Mmm. Oh my gosh. I can see how like a thinner noodle would be preferred. But I don't care. Homemade, you know what I mean? And that broth is so good. So yeah, Torigara. If you're ever in the mood for it, I highly encourage you to order it out. If you want to make it yourself, even better. And it's like, say what you want. Like homemade is like so good. And like, I don't know. The fact that like we butcher the chicken, we took the time to do the recipe justice using a homemade honesuki, noodles, also homemade. Like it doesn't get much better than that. Like the experience of cooking is like just this. And I love cooking, so whew, I'm gonna keep on eating this bad boy, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace. Oops. Just splashing all over my clean counter. Hey there, big baby. Her loves it. Dude, you're vibrating like a boat motor. Let's not go crazy, all right? I just cleaned this thing. For the shot. I cleaned it for the shot. Come on now. Come on now. I'm making these knives. I gotta put them to use, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not just for show. Like, I'm actually gonna be cooking with these. I don't know. I assume the audience wants to see that. Let me know in the comments. If you stuck around past the bloopers, I appreciate you. I also, let me know, like, I know it's like cook's privilege or whatever to like, you know, you got to taste your food and make sure it's delicious. Or if you're like, oh my God, this is like totally disgusting. This is not. This is totally good. Don't beat me up too much. I know I have bad acoustics in here. Make it cozy!